All right, so I've been getting a lot of comments. They're like, "You're gonna fucking kill yourself. What's going on?" And I'm fine. Right now I'm studying, but I hate statistics, so I'm trying to like do something else, and I don't really like airing out my dirty laundry. I like keeping my relationships and all that stuff like in my own life. Now, what I mean by that is like I think a lot of people now will be in a relationship and they're always taking happy pictures and trying to like push this image of like always being perfect when they're really not. And I don't want to live in the disillusion that like I'm pushing out an image of something. Like I want to live my own life and then, be Mr. Wobbles on social media. And what that means is like Mr. Wobbles is definitely a character, as you can probably tell. It's like an enunciated or a more flared out version of some of my personality. I don't sit in school and try to beatbox for people or anything. Like that's just for my videos, and I don't like talking about this, but I guess I'm going to just because I want to get it out. I met my girlfriend at school when she was a student. I sat next to her in one of our classes, and I just wanted to like fucking get her phone number. Like last year or last semester was right after I came back from Europe, and I was like really on this high of like, you just gotta fucking go out there and get it. You gotta work out. You gotta dress nicer, and it was really good for me. It's like I made a lot of positive changes, and I thought she was one of them. um, and I sat next to her, and I got her email address, and I was like, we should like study. I'm gonna buy the test banks for this. I'd really like to fucking talk to you a little bit more and stuff like that. And it was good. Like we were friends for a few months. We would get lunch sometimes. She'd always talk to me, and like within a month of that, she started talking about like her personal life and her home, her home. Um, where she was talking about how her parents are crazy and her sister's crazy, and how like right now at home their home's getting foreclosed on, and just like all this shit that I was like, this is really fucked up. Like you have a really fucked up life, and I I care about you as a friend, so I'm gonna try to like make you feel comfortable, And I started getting that mentality towards her. I didn't even like I wasn't trying to fuck her or all this shit, and I just wanted to like not take care of her, but like give her. I just wanted to be a good friend. All right, like I wanted to be that for her, and flashback, or flash forward to like December. We've been friends for 3 months, and in December, I was like, "Do you want to go out to eat?" I was like, "I'll pay for it. I know you have no money. Like, you can get me," because she was gonna be an accountant. She had a job lined up. I'm like, "You can totally pay for it. Whenever the fuck you get your job." She was like, "Yeah, sure." So, we go out to eat. It was cool. It wasn't weird at all. And she goes home, and then she starts talking about her ex-boyfriend around that time, and how her ex-boyfriend was like abusive, and he was a horrible person, and she's been broken up with him for like a year and a half. And I was like, yeah, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Fuck, man. I'm really really sorry for you. Like I don't think anyone should go through abuse, whether it's emotional or physical. Like any type of trauma like that can really mess with somebody, and apparently it did. And she would talk about him all the time, right? So I kind of would just try to be like nice about it and be a helping hand. And sometimes she would just get in these rants where like all she would talk about is like that or her parents for like 2 hours, like through text message. And it was okay because I was just like, I'm just trying to like comfort her, like whatever. So flash forward like 20 days from early December. She came over during finals, and I got this French press, and I was like, "Come over, like I'll make you coffee." And I was on keto at the time, so I was like making butter coffee. It was really good. I'm probably when I get back on keto, it's gonna be awesome. But like, what it is like you French press coffee, and then you put butter in it and MCT oil, and it's really nice. And I was like fucking obsessed with that for a while. I was like making coffee and like bringing it over to like my family and like my friends' houses and be like, fucking drink my coffee. Like I was like coffee brewer Austin or some shit. I don't know what's going on. And I had her come over, and then we like started watching a movie because I was like, let's take a break from studying because it was finals week, and we're like really far away from each other on the couch. And then we like slowly got closer to each other. I did the move, you know. And then the next day, like we didn't talk about anything after that. So the next day comes up, and same thing. I was like, you want to come over and like we can hang out again? And she was like, yeah, sure. So she comes over and I do the arm thing, and then but this time I'm like, listen, like I like you, and I want to be with you. Like, I want to I want to date you. Like, let's go on dates. Let's do stuff. You're cool. She was funny when she wasn't being weird, and she was like, yeah, sure. Like, I like you too. Obviously, let's do this. So we started like getting a little bit more, like, not serious, but just talking more, And it came to a point where like she was coming over like every other 3 days because she wasn't working yet, and we were just chilling, like straight. It was fun. It was easy. I think we went on a hike once. We went out to eat a few times. We weren't fucking. Like I when I date a girl, like I don't want to just fuck them from the very start. Like I think it's like a really unhealthy way to build a relationship, especially nowadays, because like a lot of people use fucking to be like their entire like program in a relationship. It's like, oh, we have an issue, let's fuck. Oh, this, let's fuck. So like I held off on that shit, and then early January she came over and she ditched on me on New Year's. Like there's so many red flags, and now like talking about it and like getting this all out, it's like they're so obvious. But I was supposed to hang out with her New Year's, and like I wanted to be like my New Year's kiss, and because I've never had that. I've never done anything for New Year's, and this year I was like, I want to take you out. My friend is having a show, and I want to take you there, and then we'll go and we'll do like some fucking dank ass fireworks, and we'll just have fun and like get drunk. And she was like, yeah, sure. Like 2 days before, and then yeah, it was all bullshit. She ditched on me that day and said I have to drive my friends around, and I was like, all right, like whatever, okay, yeah, sure. Like just super fucking bitchy about it. Like there was no. I was like, I'll give you $40, dude. I don't give a shit. I'll just give you $40 if you just hang out with me. I'm like, I don't care. She's like, I'm prideful. I don't. She was always trying to play that card. Like I'm prideful. I don't need that. I don't need your money. I want to make my own. I was like, whatever, dude. So she was kind of against sex at first too, and like 3 days later she comes over and she's like, I want to suck your dick. And I was like, all right. And we started fucking. Like from there on, we started fucking. She was a little bit weird about it at first, but then she kept on getting like more sexual with me. But she would only hang out with me in short spurts. It would be like, I'm coming over Thursday night. I'm not going to sleep over because my mom wants me to come home tonight. And I'm like, why does your mom want you to come over tonight? I have nothing going on tomorrow. Like, please sleep over. Oh, I love, like, in a relationship, I value intimacy more than sex. Like, for me, I really like fucking being with somebody and like being with them and like waking up next to them and like just the little things like that, like learning if they snore, like all that shit's cute, and it's really important if you want a relationship to like feel good. And she would never give me that. Like I was never able to get that out of her, and I fucking tried so hard, dude. Like, that was early January, and I'm sitting here like, yo, like I did sentences for her, like I will not wake you up, or like I will let you sleep, because she slept over once. And that was the first time we fucked, and I just kept it going, dude. Like I was like, we're gonna do this for 3 hours, and we barely slept, and like it was really bad, and I felt bad because she had to go home early. So like she went home at like 7, which was way too early. I was like, why not just sleep, dude? She didn't have anything going on, and like the more I talk about it, the more I'm like clicking, like, oh, the fucking girl had to go home to her boyfriend. So this is sick, and her boyfriend lives with his parents, and like it's their situation is fucked too, but I'm gonna keep going. She would always find all these ways to emotionally like attack me if I wanted her to sleep over. She'd be like, you know, oh, you want a girl that can sleep over like Peach. She would say, like, she would talk shit on like Peach out of nowhere because she knew that there was a girl in my streams that I like fucked with all the time, and she got like any girl she knew that I had like it was a friend of mine, she would freak the fuck out on it. And it would be like, you're not allowed to be like, boys can't be friends with girls. And then she would like get mad at me because I'd be like, no, like I legitimately think that like there's a lot of people out there that are like above just wanting to fuck each other, and like I think it's the whole like friend zoning, like you've been friend zone thing is like a really high school thing, and like if you actually don't believe that a girl can be friends with a boy, you have the emotional intelligence of a 12-year-old. And I think it's healthy to have friends that are of both sexes. I think it's healthy to like maintain relationships. Even if you want to fuck a girl and you're like her friend, it's like you can turn that into a positive. You can like be a little bit more flirty and like it can maybe even be like a funner friendship. You know, it's like you don't need to fuck everything that you know. And I would try to tell her that, and then she would get like mad at me, and then like next day she'd be like, I found a friend that's a boy at my job. Like, do you think he's going to try to fuck me? And I'd be like, dude, I don't. It just all this weird shit. And like the more I talk about it, it's like she was really trying to emotionally abuse me. And I think this is the thing that happens with people that like go through abuse or like are used to being in traumatic situations is that they have it done to them so much, and then like it's like they try to transfer it to try to take it off of them. Like for her, she wants the whole cake, right? If I was with a boy who like treated me like shit and beat me, or if I was with a girl who did that, and I've been with a girl who tried to hit me, and I fucking left her the moment she did it. The moment I used to be with like my last girlfriend, and this is why this is so fucking traumatic for me, and why I hate this is like the girlfriend before this one fucking moved in on me because she had no place to go and claimed she was depressed all the time, never tried to get help. Fucking one night told me she was gonna kill herself when like her mom killed herself when she was a kid, and it freaked me out. I was like, you need to go home to your father. Like I'm not, I can't fucking deal with this. I don't have the capacity for this. And she tried to like fucking beat me up, and I was like, she like tried to bite me. She like I took her to the bathroom and she tried to like fucking attack me, and I was like, dude, like I had to call the cops on my girlfriend, and they were like, "Do you want to press charges on her?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking, I love her. Like, I'm not gonna do that." But like, I was totally in the right to, and to date someone like that, and I understand. Like, to go from that to like dating someone who went through that, it's like, I'm two very different people. I would never stay in that, and I don't diss on people who do because I understand the feeling of being trapped, and I think that's what it is with her. She's with her boyfriend, and sorry I'm getting off track, but I'm just like all these things kind of are starting to click, right? Like she would always go home. Her mom needed her to come home, and like she would never be able to hang out with me on weekdays, and she would never be able to go. She would always like leave randomly. Like it would be like fucking 2 a.m. She's like, dude, my dad is gonna attack my cats, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, right? So all this was kind of, I think this is what was fucking with me a lot. Like I was in a weird creative block, and it was just like she would always like attack me about my friends or attack, like she would be like she was really against like sluts. That was one thing. She I hate sluts. You know, she would be like, I fucking hate girls who like just fuck. I hate girls who like go on Instagram and they show like half their body, and they're like they're useless, and it's like okay, but like there's people that do that, and like that's fine. Like whatever, dude. Like people find whatever way they need like to express themselves in that way. And she's like, I should just like quit my job and become like a VR chat slut. I'm just like, dude, like she was so aggressive, and that's just like like that's touching the surface of it, right? And I figured out I was recording VR chat content like a few days ago. I had this really funny idea. I'm recording it, and I get a phone call, like 20 phone calls, and like my phone's always on silent and like down on my desk when I'm recording, because I don't want to fucking look at it. And I turn it up, and I pick it up. I'm like, hello, like who's this? I just got a call from this, and he's like, who the fuck is this? It's a dude's voice, and I'm like, I'm Austin, like, uh, who's this? You know. And right after that, I got a text from her, and it said, I am so sorry. I'm really sorry. And mind you, this entire time, like I just kind of went on a tangent, but the entire time I thought I had a single girlfriend who was an accountant that worked 70-hour weeks, that was never able to see me and just didn't want to sleep over because I would have kept her up, which is complete sense. You know, I thought that was like, all right, it was weird, but it makes complete sense. And she sends me a message, I'm really sorry. You shouldn't pick up the phone from people who like have random numbers. And I was like call me right now, or like we're done, because I'm getting weird vibes. And she calls me. I was like tell me like what the fuck's going on. She's like, listen, I've been living with my ex-boyfriend this entire time, and like you guys saw me that night. I wasn't really torn up, but I it sucks because he called me, and even though he like abused her, like I don't know to what extent she was telling the truth, but like it seems like he's doing better, and I feel really bad for him because she let him live at her house, and then they lost their house, and now she's living with him, and he lives with with his parents, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do, dude, because I'm a bro. Like the moment I talk to a dude, I just become like a complete bro, and I was just like, I fucking don't know what to do in your situation, man. He's like, am I like, because she keeps trying to. This is what's fucked up now is she's trying to fix it with both of us, right? So she's texting me right now. She sent me 100 text messages like today, just like telling me how much she wishes she didn't fuck up. And then there was text messages that she like fucking hates me. And then it would switch, and she's been like flip flopping. And what I think she's trying to do, and she's doing it to him, is she's trying to like find whatever like sliver of food she can put in her mouth and hope that she can go with it. And she said like crazy shit to me for the past 2 days, and like listen, I know everyone's gonna be like, you should block her, but the only reason I'm not gonna block her is because I'm like, I don't want her to die. I don't want her to fucking be homeless. I don't, I have a really like I have a fucked up big heart. I hate it. I hate having like, and I know that's like, I'm not trying to like act like I'm the greatest person ever and giving me a huge accolade. It's just like, no, I really do care about people if I fuck with them, and I'm not gonna sit here and like let someone be on the streets or some shit just because of a situation that is, an attack on my ego. I'm not gonna do that, and it really sucks because he's called me and he's been like, she's telling me she's not talking to you, and I don't know what to do, man. Like I told her like 3 months ago she could leave. Like it's like she's being really weird, and I'm like, yep, she is. I don't know what to do. I'm like, I've only been dating her for 2 months. Like you've been dating her for 5 years. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do now, and she's all over the place, man. And I'm not sad, you know. Like, listen, after all of this, if you watch this entire thing, like, I'm not gonna fucking let this ruin my life. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and mope and be sad and hate everything and all this. Like, I'm gonna turn this into a positive thing. I'm gonna make an album about it that I've been working on because it's really weird. I made a song. I've been making music the entire time I've dated her, and like, it all just kind of clicked because it's all like in response to what was happening in the relationship, and it's all really fucking weird because it's like a timeline. And I'm excited because I'm gonna like, now that I have a platform, and I'm where I'm at as a musician in terms of like my instrumentation and my producing. I'm able to like take this negative shit and turn it into something positive, not only for myself but for other people. And that's what I want to do. Like I want to fucking do that really badly. And that's like the point of my creation sometimes. And like, I know I just did a video about being burnt out, but it's like this just kind of burnt me in. And I don't want you guys to worry about me. Like I'm fine. She's fine. I don't hate her. I don't fucking despise her. I just think that like people do really fucked up things to other people, man. And I think that it's sad. I think it's sad that like I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to like I don't I don't want to be the type of person who lets trauma ruin like possible happiness. And I want to like inspire people to kind of realize that too, even if it's her. Like I just she could do good for herself, you know. It's like if I was a stepping stone and she needed to fucking be with me to see that like she can be happy, then I'm glad I was a part of that like section of her life. And I feel really bad for her ex-boyfriend. um I would never be able to trust her again, you know? I would never like if I dated her, if I was like, okay, well, you broke up with your boyfriend, now we can be like in a full relationship, whatever the fuck that means, because I thought we were in a full relationship. It's like, if I dated her, I would never trust her. I would never be able to look at her the same. I would never be able to fuck her the same. I would never be able to have those like emotions for her that I had before. And I think that like people who cheat kind of stay a cheater. And I've the only time I've cheated was when I got cheated on in like college, and I fucked some girl as like an anger fuck to get back. It was really that was a toxic relationship. But this is like I did good. You know, I really did. I went out of my way to be nice to this person. Like she didn't get presents for Christmas, and I spent like $100 and like got her all these Christmas presents and wrapped them for her. And I just tried to do like the sweetest, nicest shit for this person. And it's amazing to me that like someone can be evil like that towards someone being so nice, but it's also kind of like a good reflection on like human nature for me, because it's like you can never really know, and she's such a good liar, like such a good liar. She wasn't an accountant, she'd be a lawyer type of shit, you know. So yeah, you know, I'm sorry that this video was like 21 minutes. I just needed to talk about this. I'm fine. I do read all your comments though, and all the things you guys have been saying to me have been really nice, and it means a lot. And I am super lucky to have this platform, and I'm super lucky to have a second channel, because with Mr. Wobbles, it's such a different character. It's like I would never be able to sit down and quietly, calmly talk to a camera on Mr. Wobbles, but on my second channel, it's like this feels great. And you know, these videos tend to be very therapeutic for me. Um, so, like I said, even though I don't really like putting my relationships, and if I ever date anybody else or like have a girlfriend, I'm not gonna like try to be, I'm not gonna like do the exact opposite that I did with this relationship. It's like I really do value keeping things for myself, and I think this is one thing that I should keep for you guys. You know, I should speak about, because I'm gonna use this in a positive, like as a positive leverage for my content and like creation. So just to give you backstory on everything. So yeah, I don't really know what you can comment below or like what else there is to talk about, but if you listen, if you're watching this and you've been through what I've been through, just know like just fucking keep your head up, you know? Just try to be like happy. Like the pursuit of happiness is really everything to me. And you're allowed to be sad though too. Like I think people have this weird mentality that you always have to be positive. Like you're allowed to be negative, but like try to turn your negative, go work out. Fucking take that anger and work out. I did like I can't fucking talk, tricep pull downs today of like 100 pounds, and usually I can only do like 50. And it was just like straight anger, like just being pissed off. Do something positive for yourself. Take that negativity and like switch it into something that can be like fucking good for you or good for others. And you know, there's that. You know, I'm not trying to act like I'm fucking Gary V over here. Like, do you know I am a life coach? I'm not, but like I'm I'm just speaking from how I feel. So yeah. Also, if my ex girlfriend is watching this or the ex boyfriend, like I I hope you two do well. You know, I hope you two feel better and just try to like move on with your life. I guess because you kind of have to. Um, there's greener fields out there, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna upload this and I might regret it, and it's gonna be like 25 minutes. But see you guys.